In today's landscape, gig economy apps are getting more and more popular, and Amazon Flex is certainly one of them. I've been active on the Flex platform for 2 years, and in this video, I'm going to put together really a quick start guide of what you really need to know, frequently asked questions, and how Amazon Flex works. Now, if you're new to the channel here, I want to welcome you. This channel is dedicated to your success in this gig economy, the side hustle. So if you are new here, consider subscribing. And for the very best accessories for any side hustle, check out my Amazon storefront, that linked down below. So in this video, we're going to go over how to qualify, scheduling shifts, your first shift, delivering, problems, pay, trends and strategy, and final thoughts. So number one, what is Amazon Flex and how do you qualify? This video is going to go over one of the most common delivery options on Amazon Flex. That's Amazon.com orders. So you'll be delivering Amazon.com orders to Amazon customers, and in order to qualify, you need to be at least 21 years of age or older. You need to have a valid US driver's license and a mid-sized or larger vehicle because, again, you're going to be delivering packages. And you also need to have an iPhone or an Android. So once activated on the Flex platform, let's go over how to schedule your delivery shifts. These shifts are generally going to be 3 to 6 hours, and they're going to start at an Amazon warehouse. Now, to check for available times, let's go into your home screen and click on Upcoming Offers. Now here, consider clicking on the filter in the top left, and that's going to filter out by station and or time available. So those warehouses that I mentioned, aka stations, you need to filter by those if you're especially in a larger marketplace. I'm coming to you from here in San Diego, and we have different marketplaces spread out San Diego. So let's say one of the warehouses is too far for me to commute to start my shift, then of course I don't want to see offers from that warehouse. Now you'll also see different codes, different abbreviations whenever you're looking for shifts. And actually I'll leave linked down below. There's a great Reddit thread that really decodes all of these abbreviations. So let's say going through the upcoming offers, I find a shift that's in a warehouse that I don't mind commuting to pick up my packages, and has a time slot that works for me. So once I find that, you click on it and simply swipe to accept. So now that we have our shift scheduled, let's head over to the warehouse and start our shift. A quick tip about starting your shift, you can actually sign in 15 minutes early. So of course, 5 p.m., you can get there at 4:45 p.m. But also note that other drivers may start lining up to check in. So if you really want to get there and check in 15 minutes early, consider getting there even earlier. So now it's time for your first shift. Let's go over some things to prepare, what you actually need to bring with you. Number one, of course, you need your phone. You're going to be navigating the Amazon Flex app for your packages and your route. Number two, obviously, of course, your ID, just to verify that you are the driver on the account. Number three, since you will be out and about, to bring a safety vest and or the Amazon Flex safety vest. Now, if you don't have either one of those, you don't have to go out and buy them. Simply ask for one at the warehouse. Number four, this is a big one. It may seem obvious, but you need to have a completely empty trunk. And I say completely empty because when you're doing these shifts, if you sign up for a 3-hour driving shift, let's say, you may get 30 to 50 packages. And some of them are larger, you're going to need the space, empty trunk. Now here's some other things I recommend just as a driver after doing some of these shifts. Number one, supportive, comfortable shoes, and ideally not new shoes unless you don't mind roughing them up. You're going to be doing not necessarily a ton of walking, but you will be getting in and out of your vehicle quite frequently. Comfortable shoes, important. Number two, work attire. Again, obviously nothing fancy here. We're going to be making package deliveries, but also consider dark tops as well. So if those boxes are dusty, what have you, it's not going to get all over you. But consider if you're signing up for later shifts though, you may actually want to do the opposite. Wear bright colored clothing, safety colors, because you will be delivering at night. The next, not mandatory, but this is something that it's really just peace of mind. I recommend that you get it. That's a wireless phone car charger. What I've seen with the Flex app, especially in the past, is a lot of battery drain in your phone. So having a constant source that you don't have to plug in and plug out, because remember, you're going to be getting in and out of your vehicle a lot, that's a good pickup. I recommend the VanMass wireless phone car charger. And lastly, something that when I went without, it really affected my mood, that's not having a beverage. These are going to be 3-hour, 4-hour, 5-hour package driving shifts in and out of the vehicle, making a lot of deliveries. You're going to be moving, you're going to get thirsty, especially if you're in a warmer market here. It's a must, in my opinion. At least 24 ounces, have a beverage with you. Now let's talk about your actual delivering and how that works. So we followed the signage and we've checked in at the warehouse. We've shown our ID to verify we're the right driver. And then we are directed to a rack of packages. That's going to be your route. Those are all your packages. And then you're going to scan a QR code on the rack of packages to start your route. The Amazon Flex app is going to guide you through that. After we scan that main QR code, you're going to scan each package to check each package in. After we're done scanning all of our packages, nothing else to do, the Amazon Flex app is going to say you're all done, and then we're going to start navigating to our first stop. Important to note, you're actually not going to know where you're going to deliver to until you get to that rack of packages. Now, from my experience delivering on the Flex app, at least here in San Diego, I found that my delivery routes are very tightly packed together. So that's very good because there's not a lot of miles, really very, very few miles driving on the Flex platform because you're literally delivering to one house, going one block, delivering to another house, and it really repeats like that. There's a caveat to that though, because I have heard other drivers state that their route is more spread apart. So I would actually try about 3 to 5 shifts on the Flex platform before you really make that a verdict in your marketplace and see what the Flex app is giving you. Now, a good thing about the Flex app and the actual package itinerary is it maps out all of your stops, and it does so in a way to optimize your driving. Even the GPS in the Flex app is going to consider which way you're driving, which way you're facing down the road, and give you the next stop in accordance with that. You get all the information in the Flex app. You get, of course, the customer name, the address, but you also get the package type, which helps. So it'll say you need to look for an envelope. You need to look for a small, medium, large box. Follow the steps in the Flex app and make sure you complete all of the verification steps before you leave from that customer's address. Because you need to check in the package, you need to scan it, you need to deliver it, you need to take a picture, and then you need to complete the delivery. Now let's mention potential problems when delivering. When driving, you're gonna have packages that you can't deliver for whatever reason. You can't reach the customer via text or phone. You can't get into the complex. Maybe the gate code doesn't work. You can't find anyone that lets you in. I would, of course, do everything you can, do all the options, because you really don't want to have packages that you can't deliver because it's kind of a big pain. So what you need to do if you can't deliver a package, you do have to drive it back to the warehouse. What I've tried sometimes is if I can't deliver that package for whatever reason, I may try later in that shift. Again, trying to contact the customer again, trying to get into the complex at a later time. You can do that. But if you cannot deliver, you will have to drive back to the warehouse. Just simply enter the warehouse, find that associate and say, hey, I have a package that I can't deliver. They'll just verify your route, your name, and then you'll be free to go. Other problems, sometimes navigating large apartment complexes, and rarely being able to lift a maximum of about 40 pounds. Now let's talk about how pay works. Amazon Flex is nice because they pay you a flat $18 per hour. Now, there's incentive pay typically closer to shift start times. So let's say a shift starts at 5 p.m. and it's 4 p.m. You may see higher pay because of that. So in my opinion, if you're in especially a larger marketplace where there's more and more Amazon.com orders, you may see that because they need drivers to fulfill those shifts. I've seen $21, $23 an hour as a peak, but as a minimum, again, you'll get $18 per hour. And when it comes to when are you paid, let's read straight from the Amazon Flex site. Amazon Flex processes payments on Tuesday and Friday via direct deposit to the bank account you provided during sign up. You should see payments in your bank account on the following day, but due to events like bank holidays, your deposit may be delayed. If you complete a delivery that is eligible for tips, you may receive payment after all tips have been finalized about 1 to 2 days after delivery. And lastly, let's talk about trends and some strategy here with Amazon Flex. In my opinion, doing Flex for years, I feel like Flex is one of the most consistent gig economy apps. The pay has always been consistent. It's always been a minimum of $18 per hour. The workload demanded of you, that's always been consistent as well. And the warehouse, whenever I arrive at these warehouses, it's always very organized. Everyone's directing you to the right areas. The app itself, at least in my experience, has always been very strong. It's not been prone to crashes. Again, I mentioned the Flex app did seem to really drain battery life, but I did see that more so a year or 2 years ago. Recent shifts on the Flex app, I haven't really seen that as much, so that's a good sign. So if you're looking at a side hustle or these gig economy apps, I like Flex, but it's important to note that a Flex isn't constantly bringing on drivers. So what I would do if you're interested in Flex is check the link down below in the description. That's not an affiliate link, it's just a regular link to sign up. And if they're not bringing on drivers yet in your marketplace, I would sign up for the wait list, and then you're at least on that list when they are bringing on drivers. So I hope this video has helped you out just in making the decision if you should sign up for Amazon Flex. Now, if you want to see an actual day in the life, what it's really like on one of these shifts, I'll leave a video linked above. If you got value in this video, definitely drop me a like, and you can also click or tap the screen now for my most recent video, as well as a video recommended for you, and I'll see you in the next one.